Welcome, my dears. Welcome to the second part of the teaching about the sacred city. So, we talked about the gates, the central structure of the city, the temple being in the midpoint of the city, being the center. We talked about the streets, the gates. This is so beautiful. I love this. I want to see more such cities. Okay. So, the guardians. This is the district of the guardians of the city. Then we have the agriculture of the city, and yes, mainly agriculture. And Taurus also rules possessions, but basically everyone has possessions in their homes. This is why Taurus is ruled by Venus and the moon. Many people say Taurus is ruled by Venus. No, not only. Taurus is ruled by Venus and the moon. It's a double rulership. Okay. This will be agriculture and where food will come from. So it's the district of the farmers, mainly. Part of Taurus and part of Gemini, the last portion of Taurus and the beginning of Gemini will be the trade and the economy of the city. The traders of the city will be here in the Gemini district. This is where the trade of the city will happen. So markets will be both in the Taurus and in the Gemini district in the section which is part Taurus, part Gemini. That's the trade area. But Gemini is not only about that. Gemini is about languages as well, and learning, but lower learning. This is where the learning for young children will happen, not the higher learning like the where grown-up people come to learn, to discuss, kind of like what a university should be, not what it is nowadays, but what a university should be. That's in the 9th district of the city, the district of Sagittarius and Jupiter. In the Gemini district, there is the lower learning, which is for children. They will learn how to read, how to write, how to count, all of that. And obviously they will still play. Gemini is a very playful energy as well. And okay, so this is the lower learning district, and also the area where skills will happen. What I mean by skills, any kind of crafts, people good at crafts, hand making stuff, like smiths, or just people who make things using their hands. They're very skilled people. It's let's say even people who want to, I don't know, fight with swords. In ancient times, this was governed by Gemini. Learning how to wield swords was governed by Gemini. Why? Gemini rules the hands. So anything that you make using your hands, therefore any kind of craft, is in the Gemini district. Pottery, smithing, all of that is in the Gemini district. Which is another reason why Gemini rules trade. And also because Gemini people love to travel. And, trade doesn't just happen like in one place. They also go to other places where they can find the material resources. Taurus governs material resources, but it's not like the material resources are found just in the Taurus district. For some of them, you have to travel, you have to go in another place to get them, and then you have to come back to the markets to sell them there. So again, Gemini likes to travel, but for either for such trade purposes, either for fun, but when Gemini travels for fun, it's a short trip. Long trips are governed by Sagittarius, and it's usually long distance and long time travel. And also pilgrims are governed by Sagittarius. So this is the travel axis of the zodiac and the learning axis of the zodiac. Okay, so trading, markets, and learning, crafts, and languages. Yes, learning languages as well. Gemini ruled. Okay, now in the Crab district, this is the place where most of the homes will be. And anything regarding motherhood. So, nurseries will be here. Women learning, and maybe not only women, but in ancient times it was mainly women who would help other women give birth. So this is where they would learn to do that as well. And anything regarding mothers and home spaces. And basically this is why the crab district is best for the homes of the city. Obviously this doesn't mean that the crab district is the only district where people will have homes. No. There will be homes all throughout the city, obviously, because everyone has a different fourth house in their own natural chart. But the fourth house is the home. In the natural zodiac, this is how it is, like first, second, third, fourth, which is the home, the mother energy and the home space, ruled by the crab in the natural zodiac, and the moon as a planetary entity. But me, for example, I'm a Libra rising. So this means that I have a Capricorn fourth house. So this means that I will be living in the Capricorn district, and so on. But then again, as I said, it's it depends on your own birth chart. Let's say you are an Aries rising, so your fourth house is crab, but your partner is Aquarius rising, so their fourth house is Taurus. That's why you need astrologers, to figure out where is the best place for the two of you as a family to live. I would vote for the Crab district in such a case, because the Crab district is about family. So whenever there is the case for such a couple who has different ascendants and therefore different fourth house energies, the first option would be the Crab district for them as a family to go live there. But this is just, I'm saying this without having any birth chart in front of me, without knowing what kind of synergy they would have with the fourth energy of the zodiac, with the crab. So again, you need to consult astrologers for this. Okay. Whew. So this is the home district of the of the city, and as I said, where things related to mothers happen, and the area of family. Then we will have the fifth district of the zodiac, of the city. This is the district of fun, my friends. This is the district where everything fun will occur. Now, obviously, this doesn't mean that it will be the only district of fun, because everyone has their own definition of fun. For me, fun means exactly what I'm doing now, which is more like work. But that's because me being a Libra rising, I have Aquarius in the 5th house. And the 5th house gives your sense of fun. So this is fun for me, talking about astrology and all of that. And I also have, like, this is my tropical 5th house, my sidereal 5th house, because there are 2 types of astrology. One is tropical, the other is sidereal. My sidereal 5th house is Capricorn. So yeah, work is fun for me. But my work, which is different by the tropical zodiac, which is Aquarius, and Aquarius rules different things. And astrology. So this is an example of how things happen by individual birth charts. But in the natural zodiac, in the natural chart of the skies, the 5th house is Leo, the 5th sign. And this is the area of fun. So how will this look like in the sacred city? Well, anything that means party. Restaurants, lounging places, clubs, places you can go to dance. Ooh. All of that. 5th house. 5th district. If I say 5th house, it means I'm talking about the natural birth chart. But since the sacred city is the mirror of the natural birth chart, I also mean the district. Okay. So 5th house, 5th district. Leo. Fun. So we have, as I said, first of all, restaurants, lounging places, just places where people go to either party, whether their sense of party means yay, dancing and all of that, or just more relaxed energy, just going for a date, because Leo also governs romanticism, not romanticism like in the literature meaning of romanticism, just romantic. Leo is the romantic of the zodiac. Leo is an incurable romantic. So this is where dating will happen as well, and everything romantic, you know. So there will be clubs for partying, yes. There will be restaurants for dating. There will be places just to lounge, because Leo is the cat, you know, so they love to relax and stay in the sun and all of that. But this is not it. So this is part of Leo, of the Leo district, but the Leo district will also be about arts. Leo governs arts. So, first of all, and most important, in the midpoint of the Leo district, there will be a theater. Because the primary art that Leo is about is theater, performing arts. And yes, stand-up comedy is included in this, yes. But here will be where people come to see actors. This is the district of the actors as well, and the acting communities of the sacred city. Performing arts, mainly. It's also an energy of fashion. Leo is interested in fashion. So here will be where the fashion divas will do their work. So we have the fabric coming from cotton or hemp or whatever we've got as a plant that we can use to make it into a fabric for clothes, which is in the, so they come from the Taurus district, because there we have agriculture. Then in the Gemini district, as I said, in the Gemini district there are people using their hands for certain types of crafts. So smithing, pottery, and tailoring as well is in the Gemini district, where fabrics will be created by tailors. But the ones to make utmost use of the fabrics will be obviously the ones in the Leo district, to be the ones who make the fashion, baby. Because Leo is the diva, honey. It's a masculine sign, but it's the diva. Because Leo is a masculine energy with an integrated feminine. I will talk in another video about the wisdom of masculine and feminine interflow of energies throughout the zodiac, because ancient teachings say one thing about masculine feminine roles in the zodiac, but it's not like that. No, it's different, and I'll talk about that in another video. So as I said, romantic stuff, dating, lounging stuff, lounging places where you can party. Also arts. This is the district where there will be the art hub of the city. Not only. There are more, like Leo, Libra, and Pisces are the ones, the energies who give art. But there are more types of art. Oh, I forgot. Oh, so music. Music is in the Taurus district. Music is given by Taurus and Pisces. Okay. But here in the Leo district, the primary art is theater. The writers, well, they are Gemini people with a lot of Gemini energy in the zodiac. Gemini and third house give writing. Fifth house and Leo give the performing abilities, performing arts. Okay, so the theater, acting, the art of actors. Also, it's as I said, a fashion district, and children. This is where children will come to have fun, a lot of fun. And it's quite nice because it's next to the places of living, the homes of the people in the city. So it's fantastic. Mothers will be able to take their children in the next district. So they will also have time for a walk, which is relaxing as well and benefic for health. And they will get there, they will have a lot of fun. Also something I remembered, places where, let's say, parents want to take care of their work or the house, and they just want to leave the children with someone for a certain number of hours throughout the day, like prior to them being in school, prior to them being at the age where they learn how to write and read and all of that. So they bring them to the Gemini district where they learn how to read and write and all of that. Well, prior to that age, if parents want to, just go either have fun, wink wink, either take care of their work or anything else, or even taking care of the house, and you don't want the children there for the day, the nurseries and other such places where grown-up people take care of very small children will still be in the 4th district. Okay, because it's the mother district, so it's what does the mother do? Part of takes care of the children. They're so beautiful. Okay, so we covered the 1st district. Now the 6th district. Oh, this is the district of the workaholics. On one hand, but the primary thing I want to talk about when it comes to the 4th district, this will be the district of the doctors who are herbalists. So we have Taurus, the district of agriculture. Plants from the Taurus district taken to the Virgo district, where Virgo governs herbalism. Why? Because Virgo is all about categories, putting things into categories, putting things in order, being very meticulous, being very detail oriented, to the point where you are almost obsessed with this. Because Virgo is governed by the conjunction of Mercury and the North Node, so the North Node gives obsessions. So in the Virgo district, here will be the people able to take care of the resources coming from the land and put an order in them. And the primary manifestation of that is the herbalists, able to take plants, people who have studied the usage of plants and their properties, and here is where the pharmacies will be. Pharmacies meaning plants, plant shops with, you go to the Virgo district, you want, I don't know, a plant or a combination of plants that will help me sleep better. And the doctors there, the herbalist doctors in the Virgo district will be able to give you advice for that. Virgo energy is all about giving a service to the community. So this is where people very much oriented to giving a service to the community will be. Also, this is where you can, let's say there is someone who is more oriented towards work and they don't have that much time to take care of cleaning the house on a regular basis. They can hire someone from the Virgo community, and then again, it's not a must that you have to be part of the Virgo community, therefore you have to live in the Virgo community to have your place of living there. It all varies, but in essence, if your service to the community is more on the Virgo energy, then you're part of the Virgo community of the city. You can be part of more communities, don't worry. Like, for example, the fashion divas of the city will be part of the Leo community in terms of their service to the city. Okay. This is the area of the people who are very good with managing stuff. These are the managers. People able to put order in things, put them in categories. And for no mistake, these are the people who will be very much employed in the natural in the natural zodiac and in your own personal birth charts. The 6th house is also the house of employees. If you have a lot of placements there, it means you will have employees if you have your own business. So these are the people who will be employed by the leaders of the city to help the city function, and they will be happy about it. One major aspect of the sacred city, no one does what they do not like. Absolutely no one. These are the words of the goddess, and I want you to heed them, please. Listen to this. You as a species, humans, are meant to ascend in a new golden age. One of the keys of that is that of eradicating the fallen Capricorn energy, which the fallen Capricorn energy is an energy of putting people through turmoil and things they don't want to do, things they don't like, eradicating fun, eradicating pleasures from their lives. Never do that. If someone doesn't want to be part of the Virgo community because they basically cannot stand order, putting things in order and being very meticulous and being very detail oriented, then they must not be forced to be part of such activities. And this is why school as well, and taking care of the children, must be by the guidance, and not just this, everything in the city must be by the guidance of the astrologers. And astrology must be taught in school, and not just higher school, higher learning, also in the lower learning. Remember, Aquarius is in a trine to Gemini, which is one of the most benefic aspect in the zodiac. So the charts of young children will be analyzed by astrologers so that people know from an early age what, like, the parents will know where to guide their children's words. And everyone will be allowed to explore all of these areas of life. Because let's say your north node, the north node, is transiting right now your 6th house. You naturally are not someone, in the most part of your life, you're not someone oriented to giving day-to-day service to the community that much. But when the north node transits your 6th house, you will be interested in that, because this is what the north node does. By transit, it gives you a lot of interest, a lot of focus in that area of your life. So even if 11th house or Aquarius ruled house in your birth chart, when the north node transits an Aquarius ruled house, you may get a sudden interest and focus on astrology, even though for the most part of your life you are not interested in that. So this is why everything must go in flow. Yes, there is use of the masculine wisdom, which is of stabilizing things and putting them in order and in structure. But also, there is a terrible need of allowing for things to flow. And this comes to be seen when people are like, well, wait, I don't want to be part of the Aries district or Gemini district. I want to be part of the Sagittarius district. But I haven't been there before. I haven't had an interest in that, and I suddenly have an interest in that. Well, then yes, of course, go do that. Go study. Go integrate yourself there. Explore, expand, evolve. And again, heed my words. In a community, a secret community where everyone does what they love, the collective vibe of the community, I basically said the same thing twice. The vibe of the community, the collective vibe, ascends fantastically. You will not feel anymore any kind of collective oppression from a sadness within the vibe of the community, because of the heaviness they have to go throughout their lives, because they do stuff which doesn't give them pleasure, nor passion, nor purpose. At every point, everyone in the sacred community must serve their purpose. And how do they figure out their purpose? By their birth charts. I repeat this. Prior to coming incarnate, we agreed to the fact that once we come incarnate as humans, we forget. There is the veil of forgetfulness. This is the contract. You cannot come incarnate as a human without going through that veil of forgetting what the non-physical worlds are like. But you have a key. You don't leave yourself just like that in a world like this without knowing absolutely anything. You have a key. You have a map. The map of the skies. Your own birth chart, which is the map of your life and the map which you give to yourself prior to coming incarnate. Your own birth chart is the map for your life. I mean it. This is what astrology is. The language of decoding. Astrology is the language of the skies. And astrologers are the ones who speak that language and are able to decode the map of your birth chart, which is the map of your life. So this is why everything must happen by astrology. The sky shows you the truth at all times. By no mistake, Aquarius is the sign governing both astrology and truth. Okay, so I thought I was gonna cover this in 2 videos, but it seems I'll cover it in 3 videos. I'm excited about this. Okay, this was part 2, and see you in part 3.